Simon?
Hi, Shay. Hope you're not feeling too talked out after that little guest spot that I just saw that you were doing. I saw the tweets about it. But with coming back to the playoffs, and especially I know the bubble happened last year, but that's obviously a little bit different of an environment. Just how exciting is it to be a player going into a playoff game, knowing fans are going to be there, kind of just knowing that environment's about to hit for you?
It's amazing. I feel like this is what everybody's been waiting for. You know, you obviously play the regular season, but the playoffs is really what you work for and your goal. To go in here knowing that it's win or go home, and then we're going to be in an arena with all of our fans loud and just going crazy. It's going to be an amazing feeling on Thursday.
To kind of, I was asking Skylar kind of about to rely on playoff experience, mainly thinking about BG and Diana with all the first round games that they've played with the Mercury and all the wins. But she in particular pointed out you and the experience that you've had with the Mystics going through that championship. How much do you, even if you weren't playing on the court, how much do you take away from that time in the playoffs with them to apply it into now being on the court as a player here?
A lot. I have a lot of conversation with Sky, and just she always asking like, what was they going through during that period of time that you can help for us? And I was like, during that period of time, whether we won or lost, we all stayed together. In practice, we never got too high, never got too low. We didn't try to change up something drastically during the game or overreacted. And it's just a matter of the teams that can stay together and control their emotions are usually the teams that come out with the win. So just with us, you just got to control our emotions, leave the rest alone, stay together, don't get too high, don't get too low, and especially come out with intensity on defense from the jump. We have a tendency of just waiting into second half. And I think starting Thursday, we really need to just bring that from tip off and just have it throughout the game.
So when Sky was coming here against the Mercury for one of those games that she played in the playoffs before, she thought the different gym that was going to be a big factor, and the X Factor fans showed out at ASU. Does that kind of allow you guys to know, hey, you know what, like we're in our hometown, it doesn't matter where it is, we feel like we're going to get the fans and it's not going to make a big difference to you guys?
Oh yeah, definitely. Obviously it sucks not to be in our home arena, but we still have home court advantage with our fans. Like the X Factor is going to play a big part in our energy and how we come out. So I'm just glad we're home. We're still in fitness, like you said, and the crowd's going to be lit. So it's going to be a good atmosphere.
And then the last one from me for you. Obviously, there's been a bit of chatter between these two teams over the year during this season, and also I think like more than a third of your team are former Liberty players. With you being kind of the smack talk king that you are, and kind of the one that loves to get everybody on the team fired up, is that something that you're going to be kind of getting real deep into and making sure everybody remembers, who this opponent is and kind of what they've been playing?
Oh yeah. Like I already started today. I mean, everybody's here talking smack. Sometimes I might over exaggerate just to get somebody really mad and going. I just know for our team, when we're riled up in a good way, like we come out from the jump, like we want to take New York's hot out from the tip and let them know this is not going to be an easy game. I'm just going to come in here and get a win on our court. So I think that starts with me, really turn up my trash game, talk a lot, and just make sure I hit everybody on the team. I know which players I can, push it a little bit. So yeah, I'm having fun with
it. And not everybody needs it, right?
No, not everybody needs it. Like Breezy don't need it, BG, but I love getting like Sky, Sophie, D, just really getting them going. I love when they get in their little, all right, I'm here mode.
Thanks, Shay.
We'll go to Kenneth Minoj and then Michelle Vopel.
Hi, Shay. I have a couple questions I wanted to ask. First off, how does the team? How do you feel? How does the team feel now that the team is done with the regular season, get ready for the next stage? All this season, they've been talking a lot about the playoffs. How does it feel now to be there?
It feels great. Everybody's energy today was spot on. We had a good workout. We're communicating. I think everybody knows that it's going to go home for us. It's no room for ever. It's okay, we can do this next game. Like it might not be a next game. So we try to approach this game, be laser focused and do what we do. Like don't do too much. Don't overreact to, New York hitting a shot or getting a post up. Like as long as we play our game offensively and defensively, we'll be fine.
Liberty as a team, a team that you faced against 3 times already in the season. Lost them the first time in a close game, but after that, won 2 first one close as well, and then won in a little bit more control of the game. How do you think that the team has improved in those performances against Liberty, or gotten used to them and some things that they picked up on? And how do you look to tap into those tactics for Thursday's game?
I think our defense picked up a lot since then, even throughout the whole Olympic break. We all tuned in a little bit more to try to be more aggressive and be there on help side. And we have more chemistry than we did before. Like, everybody's gelling. We all know what each player likes to be position-wise or what shot they're looking for. And we're all in tune. So I think, like I said before, as long as we come in, keep playing Mercury ball, don't try to play hero ball or, get stressed out because we miss a few shots. Just like stay calm. It's all about emotions, and the team that can control their emotions the best is usually the team that's going to be more successful.
Next will be Michelle Vopel and then Prince James Story.
Yeah, Shay, I just wanted to follow up a little bit on defense. You faced these guys 3 times. Obviously, New York's much more perimeter-oriented offense and 3-point shooting offense. What are the biggest keys to try to slowing them down in that aspect?
Run them off the 3-point line. We can't let them get any open 3-point shots because they're a team. Once they hit 1 and 2, they can easily hit 10 at the half. And we can't allow that. So for us, we have to make sure we're up in their space, running them off the line and making sure our stunt man is there. I think once we control their shooting on a 3-point line, then it'll be in our favor. I think if they get hot and then get going, because they have about 4 or 5 people that can go out easily and hit 4 threes on us, then we're going to be in trouble. So we definitely have to continue to lock down on defensive pressure on a 3-point line and boxing out.
And, I know this is just the way the playoffs are set up, but to play this hard and then it all come down to one game, winner take all, which is the way it's been for the last 5 years. This is the 6th year. How hard is that for the players, and how eager are you to maybe see that change and go back to a series? Or you have some thoughts on that?
I mean, I definitely would like to see it go back to a series, at least 2 games, and do a point differential type aspect. Because it sucks. You work so hard to get here, and then one bad game or just one game alone means you're out. Your season's over with. So we all know that we all have that that pressure in the back of our head, knowing that we don't want our season to end on Thursday. So do what you got to do. Everybody got to give a little bit more, do a little bit more, and be more involved to make sure that we can extend our season.
We'll finish up with Prince James Story.
Hey Shay, I wanted to ask you just a couple questions about your custom shoe design.
Are you done? I'm listening to the questions.
I wanted to ask, how did you come up with the idea of your Black Lives Matter shoe?
Honestly, I was just sitting here thinking about what ideas I was wanting to throw out there, and I had read an article that night about a young man who had got shot by the police a couple months ago, and then they decided not to file charges, and then that just kind of pissed me off because it's there's been so many names. Men, women, young boys who have gotten killed by police or while in police custody. And a lot of them don't have any justice. It has been no justice for at least 90%, 95%. So I definitely wanted to take the time out and just include every name that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure I missed 1,000 other names, but those names really stuck out in my story, in their stories. And I really just wanted to pay tribute to them and their families, let them know that even though you haven't received justice in the criminal system, you're still in our minds, and we're still praying for you, hoping for you.
As an athlete and with your platform, do you feel like this is something that other athletes with your platform should do? Speak out about social justice issues, maybe not the custom shoes, but just speak out about these issues?
I think it's just a preference. It's kind of to each his own. You can't really expect every athlete, because they have a platform, to focus on one social issue or this issue. It's just a lot of issues going on in the world. So you can't really expect everybody to have the same or feel the same way you do about something. And, they might not have they might not be able to, connect the same way that you do with some of these issues. So I don't think they should speak out if they don't really truly believe it, but every voice counts. If you do have family or friends who've been through it and you can just put out a word or just share a link or something, that'll be helpful. But I want to say that every athlete should just promote or bring light to certain issues, because if they don't feel that way, then it's just fake.
All right, thanks so much for the time, Shay.
Thank you. Okay, nurse.